I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say. He's wearing another one of those shirts. Well, yes, he is, because it's hot here tonight, and I got so many of them. I got comfortable wearing them over the winter time, and I'm going to keep wearing them for a little bit longer anyways. Alright folks, welcome back to the show, and I thank you for coming back again. You know, when I got these two new guitars in, Johnny Howard, thank you so much, man. When I got these two guitars in, I got an idea for a video, and that's this video right here. I thought, what if you buy a new guitar at a store? Well, of course, if you buy it at a store, you're probably going to play it before you buy it. But let's say you buy one offline, or online rather. Wow, the heat's getting to me. You buy a new guitar online from a store, okay? Both of these came from a store. I don't know for sure. I'd have to look and see. I don't know for sure if they both came from the same store or not, but they did both come from stores. Let's say you bought a guitar from an online store and you get it in. It should be set up to play, right? It should be perfectly, you know, maybe not the way you like it perfectly, but it ought to be, you know, playable and pretty close to, you know, comfortable. So that's the video. I thought we'll take these two guitars that came from a store and that were purchased online and get all the measurements, see how the technicians or I don't know if a guitar tech set them up, or if somebody at the store did it, or a luthier, or I don't know if anyone even set them up or not. That's what we're going to find out. I got this PV out here. It's in tune. I'll slow that fan down in a minute so y'all can hear better. It's in tune. And what I'm going to do is measure the nut action, the neck relief, the string action, and intonation. And I can already see the intonation on this guitar. I don't see how it could be right. Just looking at the saddles, the way they're all funky, out of line and stuff. Somebody's been wrenching on those saddles pretty hard, and I can tell that just looking at them. I'll bet you the intonation is going to be way off on this guitar, but let's find out. I'm going to bring you over closer, and we'll get right into it, start measuring this stuff. Hold on. Alright, first thing I like to measure, or the first thing I'm going to measure, I don't like to, I don't necessarily do it in these steps, but let's measure the nut action. I like to see 16 to 18 thousandths on my guitars. I've got a 10 and a 6 out here. It's way more than that, as you can see. I think you can see there. Wow, all the strings is way more than that. Try to do it so you can see. That first string, I got a 16 thousandths out here. It's probably about 17 thousandths. The rest of them is way more than that. So let's see what they are. Now keep in mind, this is the way it comes from the store. Here's 18 thousand. It'd still be good. See, it's more than that. Okay, it's more than 18. Let's try 22 thousandths. This is 22 thousandths here. Check that out. More than 22. Well, that nut action, for my taste, is already way too high for an electric guitar, especially. Here's 25. So it's that's way too high for an electric guitar for nut action, in my opinion. I would never set one up that high. Keep in mind, this is the way it came from the store. So if you get one from the store, that's what it's going to be, or that's what this one would be. Let's check the neck relief. Now I like to see on my electric guitars 10 thousandths on the neck relief. Some people like a little bit more. I'm going to note down here on the 19th fret. It's just barely in the camera if it is. And oh, it's way more, man. It's way more than 10. Alright, let's see what it is. Let's try 12. That's what I set my acoustics at. 12 thousandths. It's way more than that. More than 12 thousandths neck relief on an electric guitar. Wow. Okay, here's 15. That's very close, but it's more than 15. It is 15 on that string there. General idea is to note it down here somewhere and measure it, you know, right pretty much center of that capo and where my finger is. And that it's more than 15. Take it from me. See there? It might be 15 on that fret. That's too much, man. That's way too much for an electric guitar, especially, in my opinion. Some people might like that action that high, but if I bought a guitar from a store and it came set up like that, that'd be way too high for me. Alright, now string action. Generally check. Wow, man, wrong every time. There's 64ths. Somebody said put fingernail polish on this thing. You can always find it. Well, it depends on what I need it for. Right now I want 64ths. Other times I might want thousandths, or even in inches sometimes. I can tell you, looking at this, it's way higher than I like on an electric guitar. 6/64ths, 7/64ths on the high E string at the 12th fret, high E string at the 15th fret is 8/64ths. Woo! That's way too high. The low E, well, that's messed up. The low E is 6/64ths at the 12th fret, and the 15th fret 7/64ths. Man, that's all kind of messed up. Way too high. And I can tell you, like I said, from looking at these saddles, the intonation is not right. You get a tuner. Just set that puppy right there to pick it up. First key feels kind of funny on this guitar, like it's slipping. Wow, it's dead on the money. I don't know how with the action jacked up that high. I had it in tune. 15 cents sharp. And it's still too high. Now it's way too low. $0.24 high. Now this is the way it came from the store. If you bought an online guitar, you could get a guitar set up like this. You done paid for it and received it. Who you gonna call? 15 cents sharp on the 4th. I hear some guitar energy being lost. I don't know if the camera's getting that or not. Something's buzzing when I hit that string. Hear it? That's energy being wasted. That's 10 cents sharp. I knew it would be wrong just from the looks of the saddles. 20 cents short. So that's that one. Everything's off on it. Yeah, that's not a problem. We can fix it, and I will fix it. But I'm just purpose of this video. Wow, I never noticed that much scratching on that pick guard. Purpose of this video is to see what some stores will send out to you. If you buy an online guitar from an online store, you know, sometimes you get them, they're not set up at all. This one's not set up at all in my opinion. Let's check the Mustang. Alright, you've got the Mustang on the old chopping block now. We'll just start with 16. Oh, you know what, I'm going to start with 18. Keep in mind, this is a new guitar. That's what I'm talking about. That first string's less than 18. The rest of them all are 18, except the first string, it's less than that. So we'll check ourselves neck relief now. Like I say, I like 10,000ths on my electric guitars, and that's usually what I set them up as for other people, and I've had no complaints. But some people just like more. I'm going to note 17th, 19th fret. And what did I say I had? This is a 10, yeah. And it's more than 10. No, it might be 10. It is. Yeah. So that's good. So far, so good. I like my nut action a little bit lower than what this guitar is, but that's okay. Let's check the string action next. And I can tell by these saddles that this guitar is pretty close in the intonation. But like I say, this is a new guitar, it should be. I don't know if anyone set it up or not. Here we got 3/64 on the low E string at the 12th fret. 15th fret we have still 3/64. And 4/64 low E. Did I say low E a minute ago? I meant the high E. Now we're on the low E. At the 12th fret, it's 4/64 at the 15th fret. Still 4/64. Wow. Alright, let's check the intonation on this puppy. You probably, I hope you can hear this. I don't want to hook it into an amp right now. I don't have one hooked up right here. The string's a little bit sharp. There we go. That is dead on the money. Sharp. Dead on the money. Tune sharp. It showed about 2 cents sharp. Oh wait, it's still a little bit sharp too. There we go. Yeah, it's about 1 cent sharp. That's favoring sharp, even the open note. So yeah, I doubt it's off. Yeah, it's on the money, man. It's dead on. Ah, come on. Hope everybody's getting along well. I can't talk to you right now though because the tuner picks up my voice. Dead on the money. I tuned this guitar before this video and every string's reading sharp now. Check that out, man. It's dead on. The 6th string might be 1 cent short. That's the only string that's off. Wow, I'm impressed, man. This Squire Mustang. It makes you wonder if somebody at that store set it up or if it came from the factory like this. I guess we'll never know. That guitar doesn't need anything done to it. There was the other one had a loose pot back here. The tone pot is loose in the body, but that's an easy fix. So I guess it's, according to this test, it's a win-lose 50% chance that the guitar you order online will be set up, you know, quite comfortable to play. Both guitars, I might mention, the pickups are a long ways from the strings. They need to be set at the correct measurements from the strings. Both of them are way too far away from the strings. You can get them too close, but these are too far away. So I want to remember and mention that. Yeah, that's all this this Mustang needs is the pickups raised. Maybe new strings, maybe not. I don't even know what those are. I should have checked those for the size, but I will check it before I put new strings on it because it's set up for this guitar is set up for whatever size string that is, and I either want to stick with that or figure on doing some minor adjustments if I change the string gauge. I got videos about that. What happens if you change string gauge on your guitar? I got one on acoustic guitars and one on electric guitars. If you want to look them up, they might help you. They're pretty detailed. So there you go, folks. If you order an online guitar from some store, you know, according to this test, it's a 50-50 chance that it will be comfortably playable, or, you know, it can be all messed up the way the PV is completely out of whack. But that PV was it's not new. I think that one may have been a demo guitar in the store, and like I showed you the frets on it, or wore a little bit. Somebody's played the guitar. The pick guard, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. It's got, if I can get the light on that right, yeah, there, maybe you can see that. It's got some hefty scratches in the pick guard. Right there where the light's glaring on it, right there. See, when I get the light a certain way, you can see that, I think. There, maybe even better. So it's been played quite a lot. I think it was probably a demonstrator model, a demo that people could just come in and play. I don't know that, but it looks like it's definitely been played quite a bit. Anyways, I hope this gives you something to think about. If you're going to order a guitar online, you may or may not get it, you know, playing even close to the way you like it. If I had more guitars here from stores, I'd test all of them and, you know, give you a little bit closer figure on that matter, on the setup of them. So I hope this helps you. Cheers. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. I'll probably be wearing a different shirt. I like to say, these are just so comfortable, man. I wore them all winter long, and now it's hot, and I like them. And I'll see you soon. Cheers. Thanks for watching.